I wanted to ask you about sibling rivalry. I know you grew up with your brother Ryan, and I can only imagine, like, as brothers, what that was like. Yeah, brother. And I grew up with my sister Alicia, because I was talking to our friend Corey the other night on FaceTime.
Corey, shout out to Corey.
Yeah, and he was just telling me about growing up with his brother Cameron and the rivalry there. Even if it kind of wasn't between them, there was like favoritism on one certain side. And
true.
I was real curious what that was like for you.
Okay, so Ryan's 2.5 years younger, so we're pretty close in age. But he always felt like second fiddle. We've talked about it a lot. And I think mostly because I really was a good student. I really excelled at school. I liked it. And so he would naturally, whatever I would do, he would try to like rebel and not try to do exactly the same thing. Some younger brothers want to do the same thing, and he just did the opposite. And what happened a lot when we were kids is we would like fist fight and wrestle, and it would go until somebody was bleeding, and then we would stop.
Bro.
So we at least had a good code. Like, all right, you got that one. Somebody's bleeding, we'll stop. And I think it was good because now we're best friends and we talk all the time and it's super open. It's like you and me. It's the same. That's why I consider you a brother like family. That's why Ryan considers you a brother like family. So we have that dynamic now. So it was good that we got into all those tussles when we were younger, because there's no jealousy. Like, he runs our family business. He has just had his, him and Kate just had their second kid, Ryan's third kid, baby Hannah.
Third kid.
February 1st.
Right there.
Uncle times 3. So you could easily look at our situation like, oh, society would say that Dave is more of a free spirit and he hasn't achieved the family and the business success. But between him and I, you would never know that. We're unfazed by it because we just, like we said in the last episode, we congratulate each other for what we've accomplished on our own, and we want to help each other. It doesn't matter. Like, we want the other person to keep doing well and better than me, and he wants me to do better than him. But because we fought so much, got it all out of our system.
Yeah, because when I met you both, I never like sensed any of that. So this must have been like when you were young.
When we were young, like probably until like 5th, 6th grade. So imagine, we're like 8, 9, 10, 11 fighting and then bleeding,
throwing down, bro.
That's a lot we learned up at our mom's in the summertime on the farm. That's where we spent like all our time. No TV. So imagine no TV, no video games, not a lot of friends around. You're spending all your time together. So you're building a bond, but there's tension. As you know, even when you and me hang out for too long, it's like, yo, I've been hanging out with you for too long. I need to go do something else. But when you're just alone on a farm, you just have to walk to the other end of the farm or like try to get it into the woods or as far away as possible. There's nowhere to go.
This is my side of the farm. You go to your side of the farm.
See this line in the dirt with the stick? I'm over here.
You're over there.
You want the eggs from the chicken coop? Yeah, you gotta come through me, okay? I picked this side. So that's how I honestly don't even know when, but it was kind of like that mutual respect. Probably similar to, this might be a reach, but fighters. It's like, okay, you made me bleed, I made you bleed, I see you as an equal. We don't have to keep doing that.
Yeah, I had a buddy named Keith. You might recall.
Oh yeah, I know Keith.
Yeah, and we were neighbors when I was really little.
Yeah.
And we first met doing karate. And I would take things a little bit too far and make him bleed with some kick.
Yo.
But then he would have to get like revenge. So the next time he would catch me with some like, spinning punch or something. And so, yeah, we were always going home just like you and Ryan, just bloodied up. And parents like, what the hell is going on out there with you guys? What are you doing, But that's how, eventually we became best buddies.
I like that. What about you and Alicia?
Oh, Jesus, that's a whole can of worms. No, I'm kidding. Dude, it was tough. You know, I love my sister so much. She has such a big heart, as you know. And when we were real young, we would fight. Probably just like you and Ryan. Like, she'd like hit me and like try to dig her nails into me, and I would like try to not sell it like it didn't hurt when it really hurt like a son of a gun. Yeah. And then I would like turn away like
like Family Guy, just forever.
like Peter, yeah. And it was always an interesting dynamic because, and this is my point of view, you know, I love my sister, I love my family, but just to be honest with you, I always felt like growing up, like she was like the favorite. I don't know if there was ever any of that with you and Ryan, but growing up with me and my sister, it was almost like she was always the golden child, you know, like they would do whatever it took to make sure she could do her cheering and go to these big events and pay for this and pay for that. And I remember like having to steal wrestling shoes and wrestling knee pads so I would have them to be able to be on the team. And I know between both of my parents, and I'm not going to blame them for this, but it's true. Between both of them, they only came to one of my wrestling meets, and that was all through middle school and high school.
Whoa.
And there was one time in middle school when my dad came. I couldn't believe it. And of course he brought his new like girlfriend, and everybody was teasing me about it. And
man, that's a tough age to get teased about that.
yeah, but yeah, it was always so weird. And I was like, well, hey, you know, like you're doing all this for Alicia, and you know, what about what I'm doing? You know, and so I always I knew I was always loved, of course, but